Commercial cinema is more fantasy than reality.
Even here, if we are talking about patriotism, you follow the army rules. They are different to you people. Yeah, they live a completely different code, a different life.
Hello and welcome to Nation Talks, a Metamorphs initiative, and I'm Preeti Prakash. Our issue on hand today is the portrayal of armed forces in Bollywood. There have been a lot of amazing patriotic and war films made in Bollywood, like Uri, The Surgical Strike, Border, LOC Kargil, then the Ghazi attack, even Airlift. These were some of the exemplary films on patriotism and on nationalism. But some films caught controversy, whether advertently or inadvertently. I have a distinguished panel with me today to talk on this. Ketan Anand, director, producer, writer. His father, Chetan Anand, made all those favorite old films like Hakikat in 1964 and Hindustan Ki Kasam in 1979, which has been a national award-winning film. You know, as they say, lineage does matter. And so, you know what? Ketan is the nephew of great Devanand. He has also authored a book on his father. Sohaila Kapoor, she's an actress, a playwright, writer, theatre director of great acclaim. She's known for her roles in Special Ops 2020, Phantom 2015. She's doing a web series named Arya with Sushmita Sen, the big and very successful web series Family Man. She played a very important role in Family Man. Then I have with me Sandeep Nath. Sandeep Nath is a lyricist, screenplay writer, dialogue writer. He is the recipient of Stardust Awards for Sanvaria and has many more of them to his credit. He's given us blockbuster songs like From Page 3 and Fashion from Singham Returns. My very esteemed guest is, last one is Major General Anuj Mathur. He's an army veteran who has held various command positions and is a strategic affairs expert. He's taken part in Op Parakram and he represents the armed forces on our panel.
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind. So some recent films have ruffled a lot of feathers and have been in news for wrong reasons. Like Gunjan Saxena, the Kargil girl, recently courted controversy for portraying twisted facts and for which Wing Commander Namrata Chandi, a veteran Indian Air Force officer, in an open letter wrote, "Elaborate and fantasize if you must, but don't peddle lies." She also said that the movie portrayed the Indian Air Force in a very poor light. Similarly, the film on Netflix, AK versus AK, I'm sure you all must have seen it, was in news where the makers were pulled up by the Indian Air Force, objecting Anil Kapoor wearing the Indian Air Force uniform inaccurately. They said that this does not conform to the behavioral norms of those in the armed forces of India and that the related scenes need to be withdrawn. These are a few examples. Let me start by asking you, Sohaila, how do you see these controversies? And I mean, if you go by the forces point of view, events and facts like Gunjan Saxena cannot be twisted, you know, for the sake of emotional impact.
Well, you know, in the film industry, we've long had this trend of, catering to the box office, catering to the lowest sentimentality or the emotion of the audience. I mean, the producers assume that this is what the audience wants. They don't realize that people change, generations change. Now that, you know, we have a new generation that's on the internet, you know, and there's competition from films all over the world. And European films are very realistic. So I think they are trapped in a mindset, ki bhai gana dal do, yeah. And working in films, I've noticed that they're not very particular. Only very few films are particular in the costume department. They don't do their research. So that is the problem with these war films. And the Anil Kapoor film, AK versus AK, it's not just the costume. I think it was also his invectives, the language he was using. you know. But then Anurag Kashyap is known for his abusive language in all his films, and he takes it as a lark, you know, he takes it very lightheartedly, which of course the armed forces will not. So I think the major problem is that we, the producers, are boxed into a certain kind of thinking, and that's been there since the 1950s. Indian cinema has not been able to hit realism except for what we call the parallel cinema. Commercial cinema is more fantasy than reality, and this is where they bruise egos, and they cause problems.
Ketan, Anand, talking about AK versus AK, it is made by a director like Anurag Kashyap, and I'm sure directors and producers do research properly, and check on the behavioral aspect too in their films before portraying something like that. What was done in this one, AK versus AK, where the IAF, as I said, Indian Air Force just took offense at the dress, at the hero roaming bruised in the whole town in search of his lost daughter, wearing the uniform, Indian Air Force uniform. Whatever the situation, the uniform is a symbol of respect, and it is the highest form of reverence, and as a national symbol in a way. And it can't be used, in such a flimsy manner. Sorry. What is your take on it?
There's one thing that people must realize, and that is that the army is very different to civilian life. And they live by a code, they live by certain principles. If they didn't, they wouldn't be able to win wars. They fight for your country, and they must follow that code. And people, whether they make fictional films, even if you make a skit, they must get those principles and those codes right. There is no excuse for anybody to have just any kind of a hairstyle or any kind of a uniform and pretend to be an army or an air force or a navy chap. It's just not done anywhere in the world. I mean, they make very big propaganda films in America. They're always promoting their war machine because that's their culture. It's the gun culture. Even here, if we are talking about patriotism, you follow the army rules. They're different to you people. Yeah, they live a completely different code, a different life. Learn about it. And I think civilians should learn about it. This is what we learned when we were doing Paramveer Chakra, when we were doing Hakikat, when we were doing Hindustan Ki Qasam. There used to be an LO, and he made sure that your last button, your last badge, everything was in place. And you have to follow it. You salute. In the IMA, there's a parade ground, right? You can't just saunter across that. You have to march on that, even if you're a civil. So there are these rules. You follow them. What's wrong with that? Why are people so scared to follow rules?
So you mean to say that even knowingly they are working in a way that they create controversy?
Oh, they're not knowingly doing it. They're fools. They don't do their research. And they don't care to find out about anything other than their own life. They just follow themselves. That's wrong, because at the end of the day, we're in a fictional world. What is cinema? It's a takeoff on life, isn't it? Whether it's a so-called realistic film, you're still fictionalizing. There's nothing real in cinema. It's fictional. So you come to a point where these people start thinking, oh, we can get away with anything. We can say anything we want to because we are playing God out here. That's a very wrong point of view. Itna ghamand leke mat chalo life mein. You are just another human being. You suffer the same pain, you suffer the same thing. And when your country is attacked, boy, you better be ready, because you're in the firing line just as much as that soldier is.
When you say fiction, Hakikat and Hindustan Times are very close to reality, I think.
Yeah, because my father did a lot of research. We used to be sent out over there, and we had to sit down with the people. There used to be LOs, liaison officers. I mean, General Saab will tell you about this. And it's very interesting because in Paramveer Chakra, for instance, we learned, the army told us that the Paramveer Chakra winners are people who actually broke the code, because they're not supposed to break the rule and do the kind of harkat they did when they got their PVC. But it saved the day for the army, So to keep the morale of the army up, but that's not something they encourage. You have your comrade, you have your people, you got to have your back sixth thing. There has to be comradeship and brotherhood, otherwise you lose the war. The guy behind you is going to save your life, or you may save his life. So your lives depend on your comrade, on your co-soldier. You've got to follow the rules.
So viewers, what are your views about what Sohaila has said and what Ketan has said? Do comment in our comment box and let us know about your views. Now coming to Sandeep Nath. Sandeep, in the light of the above films and many more, I would like to ask you, are controversies created for publicity or they are just a result of inadequate homework?
मैं एक चीज कहता हूँ, सबसे पहले वो है इंटेंशन, नियत, वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. कोई भी जब आप फिल्म बना रहे हो, और स्पेशली जब आज हमारा विषय है देशभक्ति, तो देश से हम सब हैं, और देशभक्ति में बहुत सारी चीजें इंक्लूड होती हैं, जिसमें हमारी राष्ट्रीय भावनाएं हैं, हमारी फौज है। तो उसको बनाते वक्त जो मेकर्स हैं उनकी एक नियत होनी चाहिए। उस नियत से आपका रिसर्च भी करेक्ट हो जाएगा, जो अभी केतन जी कह रहे थे। अब चेतन आनंद सर की फिल्म हमारे पैदा होने से पहले की फिल्म है, हम आज भी देखते तो हमें रोना आता है, गुस्सा आता है, जो उसका सेंटीमेंट दिखा देशभक्ति की, मतलब हम आधे घंटे तक बात नहीं कर पाते फिल्म के बीच में ऐड आ जाता है तो गुस्सा आ जाता है, क्योंकि हमको लग रहा है हम उस वॉर जोन में चले गए। तो वो जज्बा जो है, वो जो नियत है, वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। और चूंकि आजकल ज्यादा हो गया है, लोकप्रियता सबको चाहिए, लेकिन गलत और सस्ती लोकप्रियता से तो बचना ही चाहिए। और खासकर जब आप कोई फिल्म देशभक्ति में बना रहे हैं तो प्रॉपर रिसर्च करें और उसको कैजुअली अप्रोच के साथ ना आगे जाए। और अब जनता बहुत सचेत है, बहुत सारे माध्यम है जिससे हर चीज पे कमेंट किया जा सकता है, उससे फायदा हो सकता है फौरी तौर पे, लेकिन ये एथिकली रॉन्ग है, ये नहीं होना चाहिए। आपको बहुत सारा मौका मिलता है एडिट टेबल पर, आप किसी फौज के किसी जिम्मेदार इंसान को बुला के एक बार रिव्यू करा लें, उनसे दिखा लें, अगर कुछ गलत है उसको रीशूट करें, और एट द टाइम ऑफ शूटिंग उनको अपने साथ कुछ लोग रखने चाहिए जो कंसल्टेंट के रूप में सामने रहें, जो उनको छोटी से छोटी बारीक चीजें बताएं, और स्क्रिप्ट भी डिस्कस करनी चाहिए, मुझे लगता है। तो जो आपका सवाल है वो ठीक है कि सस्ती लोकप्रियता के लिए हम देशभक्ति की फिल्मों के मामले में खासकर हमें बहुत अलर्ट रहना चाहिए, और ये गलती नहीं है।
तो आपका कहने का मतलब है कि एक्चुअली वो इस आर्म्ड फोर्सेस को बहुत सीरियसली नहीं लेते हैं, और वो कुछ भी बहुत फ्लिम्जी सा रिसर्च करके और उसको बना देते हैं।
हाँ, देखिए, हर फर्क होता है, जब दूसरे विषय है उसमें थोड़ा बहुत प्लस माइनस किया जा सकता है। अब जैसे पुलिस के ऊपर भी जब ये लोग फिल्म बनाते हैं तो वहां पर भी गलतियां करते हैं, लेकिन वहां पर शायद उतना लोग ध्यान नहीं देते। फौज की बात, उसमें भी गलती नहीं होनी चाहिए, मेरा कहना है। किसी भी, आप इवन अगर किसी डॉक्टर के ऊपर फिल्म बना रहे हैं, मेडिकल बैकग्राउंड के ऊपर फिल्म बना रहे हैं, वहां भी गलती नहीं होनी चाहिए। सबका एक अपना ठीक है, हम लोग एक डिस्क्लेमर डालते हैं फिल्म के शुरू में कि किसी की भावना को हम कोई चोट नहीं पहुंचाना चाहते, सारा वर्क ऑफ फिक्शन है वगैरह वगैरह जो भी। और जैसे फॉर्मेलिटी नहीं होना चाहिए, उसका पालन होना चाहिए। डिस्क्लेमर का मतलब है कि हम किसी को किसी भी प्रकार की कोई गलती नहीं होनी चाहिए, चाहे वो नाम की गलती हो, टाइटल की गलती हो, कोई जाति सूचक शब्द आ जाए। और फौज और फोर्सेस के मामले में तो बहुत ज्यादा ध्यान रखना चाहिए, इससे हमारी हंसी भी उड़ सकती है, हमारी मतलब हमारी फिल्मों का मयार नीचे आ सकता है। ये गलती नहीं करनी चाहिए, सीरियस विषय।
So in a way, what is with the talks to the three Bollywood people, what is coming out is that they do agree that somewhere the directors, producers don't really take care of taking care of what detailing in the films, and they do make these mistakes. Now moving to Major General Anuj Mathur, he's an insider, he's a man in the uniform. If I can quote Gul Panag, Major Mathur, she wrote in an article, that there are nuances that Bollywood military films still miss, which only people of army background would spot. For Uri, she says, in the film, it seemed like the military top brass does not take planning, strategic and operational decisions. So does it imply that Bollywood is not really understanding the ethos of the armed forces, and that war films are far away removed from reality?
I'll answer this question in two ways. One, it is not intentional. I want to believe that. But lack of research is very much evident. The finest possible film that has been made on a war, to my mind, is Hakikat. And even in Hakikat, General G.G. Bevur was the army commander in Pune, and he had an observation wherein people who made that film, some of them are sitting here, went out of their way to get to the reality as close as is possible. I want to quote a few things. What happens in Hollywood? When a film was made on General Patton, the person who played General Patton stayed in the academy in West Point for 1 full year under training, learning the nuances of higher defense planning and military discipline and military demeanor. The question is not whether it is being done with an intention or they are this way or that way. The question continues to remain. There are 4 or 5 fundamental things which the armed forces enjoy, and there should be no compromise is made on those 4 or 5 fundamental things. One, the basic essence of the nation first. There can be no way an army personnel be portrayed where where he's seen shown compromising with national feeling and national efforts. 1, 2, the military discipline and soldierly demeanor. These are the bedrocks of what your army does. Now I'll tell you what your army does. Why it does so is because of a particular image which your soldiers enjoy. 1, 2, it is because of the self-esteem, individual self-esteem of the soldier, which is aligned to the collective self-esteem of his unit, which is aligned further to the the final cause, that is the nation. So anything shown where a tarnishing of any one of these things is there should not be acceptable. Why? Because anything which brings down the image of armed forces will prove eventually detrimental. Third thing is the secular credentials of your armed forces. There is no other place in this country where you can find that kind of secularism.
Yes.
In one room, in my regimental center, you have the masjid, the mandir, the Gurdwara Sahib, the Bible, the Radha Swami, everything. And they are all called Sarv Dharm Pratna Sthal. So, at times, knowingly or unknowingly, some way, some places it is shown that something to do with religion is happening here, or somebody wants to do this thing to the Muslims, or somebody wants to do this thing to the Hindus. That is going to be very, 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 very detrimental. Why? Because the true secularism, if it is there in this country, it is inside the forces. I have commanded a regimental center. I have troops who are Muslims. I have troops who are Sikhs. I have troops who are Hindus. I have troops who are Gurkhas. Big time people of the industry are here. Please do not ever show anything which compromises on the secular strength of the armed forces. And finally, the uniform. I'll give you an example. Latest, Sam Manekshaw. The film has been made. Sam Manekshaw was from a Gurkha regiment, and he's shown wearing brass ranks, which does not happen in the Gurkha regiment. Such a small thing. Anyone could have told the director or the producer. Anyone. Honor the biggest hero of your last century after Mahatma Gandhi, Sam Manekshaw. You make a film and you go wrong in his uniform. Lack of research, lack of interest. That is where the things are. There are people who can guide you. There are people. Now, problem areas. I just want to say one more thing about problem areas. When it is a proper war movie, it has to go through the grind of getting approved by the ADGPI, this, that, and the other. There are people who are seeing the script. There are people who are seeing the synopsis. There are people who are seeing the final product and then suggesting the changes. But the problem comes where the film is not a war film, but you have got a 5-minute sequence of an army or navy or air force. 1. 2 is OTT platforms. The OTT platforms are under nobody. And that is why you see what kind of things which are available on those. Since AK versus AK is the result of that. No army officer can have a grown hair. You know, being unshaven on parade, growing your hair out of proportion without a reason is punishable in the armed forces. Punishable. So the basic research and mid-course correction, if you want to call it, or mid-course advice from people who know the armed forces is to my mind, very, very critical. Please let us not let the image and the self-esteem of a soldier down in any way. The last thing which I want to say, and which is the most important, your army is the most professional army of the world. The whole world acknowledges that. There is no two ways about it, including the Pakis. Including the Pakistanis also acknowledge. The only thing which is totally absent from all armed forces, 100% without an exception, is cowardice. There can be no display of cowardice in any form of a soldier of any of these services, to my mind. So that is important. So don't, even if it is importantly required for the audience and this, that, and the other, you need to avoid it. You cannot show a cowardice. There's a movie by the name of Shaurya. In that film, they've shown one officer who gets involved into fratricide and he kills a senior officer. And in that film only, I believe, I have not seen, there's an officer who continues to remain in Srinagar for some reasons for 10 years. It does not happen in the army. You go there 2 years, finish your tenure, out. Another fellow comes, he starts. You cannot go wrong in a manner that it shows you in a wrong light. Because I believe in that film, that person has been told, saying that I have been here for last 10 years and I've been doing this, and this. And because of which I'm here. So this, and this also is wrong. Because it is doubting the credentials, both discipline, demeanor, and secular. And staying at a place for 10 years, out of the question. Out of the question. It does not happen in the army. So these are some of the issues which I thought I must highlight. Research and advice taken are the two most important things.
Also, I would add, that films are a very, very powerful medium of in the audience, in the general public also, which affects them. So anything like this affects equally the morale of the forces also.
Yes,
even everyone from the defense forces also goes to see movies. They also see,
yes.
And when they see wrong things, portrayed that way,
yes,
their morale is affected. So
the officer-man relationship being portrayed in a manner which is not befitting and which is not true. I always make this statement. I must have made it into 3 different platforms already within last 8 to 10 days, that the strength of your great army does not lie so much in its weaponry as it lies in its morality. Your army is the topmost as when it comes to morality, values, and ethics. Example which cannot be doubted, when Pakistanis in 1999 in Kargil refused to take their own dead. How can you do it? A man has given life for your country and you are living. They refused to take their own dead, 700 in numbers. The Indian army gave them proper burial as per the religious requirements of the soldiers, whichever religion they belong to. That is professionalism. That is morality. Those are the values because of which Vikram Batras, Manoj Pandey, and all these people are produced.
That's what the message of the entire conversation that comes up is that, yes, directors and producers should research well and educate themselves a lot with the subject on whatever they are making. And even actors, even for that matter, protagonists, should actually, and maybe they do it also, they go and spend some time, like in
there is an example. Nana Patekar, while shooting for Prahar, stayed in infantry school Belgaum for 3 months. 90 days he continued to undergo the entire training.
Maybe the new generation of actors and directors is being more professional and really addressing the issues. Am I right, Sohaila, when we say that these days the actors are more professional, and I'm sure directors will also study well before making a film?
They are, absolutely. But the impetus should come from the writing, from the producer. They should be very particular that we are going to do, and they should have a proper research team. That is what they lack. They should give some extra people. I mean, the writer is a writer. You can't expect the writer to do all the research. Give him a team of researchers and be honest to your job. There are some teams that are doing it, but most are not at the moment.
We just hope that, they don't work for controversy, because any film that, makes a controversy sells better, which is I think a given in Bollywood.
No. This is like working for a film magazine. This is not Stardust.
Yeah. I don't believe that.
Yes, this is something that people will take very seriously, especially young children. I remember the films I saw as a child. They made a deep impact. I still remember them. And my thoughts have been my thoughts have molded themselves according to what I saw.
Absolutely.
When I was maybe 9 or 10.
So, I mean, we just hope that the controversy part from Bollywood at least does not come into as far as the armed forces are concerned, and armed forces or even other forces for that
Armed
matter,
forces,
paramilitary
all
forces.
forces, but even
Yeah.
life
Life.
Yeah.
itself, you
Yeah.
know. I think people, whenever they're making any film, they should be research into it, research into the characters, even if it's fictional. They should be sincere. Actually, what happens is, दिमाग में पहली बात ये होती है कि audience ये hit कैसे होगी picture. That is what they have in mind when they sit down to write. Hit film लिखनी है. Forget it. That matrix of the 1970s does not exist anymore, because the generation that has come up, like everybody has said, has seen world cinema. You be honest to your story, your characters. Your characters should go with the theme that you're writing about. ये नहीं कि story कुछ और है और characters को अरे यार ये मसाला ये गाना डाल दो, never mind if their hearts are breaking, एक romantic डाल दो, उसमें उनको समझ आ जाएगी that their
Even
hearts
if
are
it is an armed forces film.
no,
एक
get
romance
out of
बता दो.
that. Yeah, box office matrix does not exist. If you notice, most of the films that have done well have strong stories, good actors, and very, very authentic characterizations. They have done well in India.
Uri's Josh was really, and in the entire country, I mean, say talk of the town, Josh, and you know, I'm sure everyone will agree, even General Mathur will agree that Josh is it, you know, what he says that.
How's the Josh?
How's the Josh?
How's the Josh?
Yeah, well,
I
that
think
was the
that-
situation then. You see, it also depends
No,
on the
that's, I think, quite
circumstances.
real also.
As Sohaila was trying to say, it's not only armed. The fundamental teaching to the officers of the Indian Army is in the Chatwoodian motto. I will not repeat the motto. I'll just say the first line of that motto says, country first, always and every time. Follow the dictum, nation first, character must. Whether you are a soldier or you are a civil or you are a filmmaker or anybody. Nation first, character must, everything will fall into place. Everything will fall.
When we were doing Paramveer Chakra, my father made sure that everybody trained in a boot camp for 6 weeks.
Absolutely. I'm aware of that.
So he was very particular, and I agree with Sohaila also that any work and General Saab that, look, you must follow the principles and the codes of the people that you're making films about, because that is what gives everybody a morale. Even the civilians looks up and says, ye aadmi humko hamari raksha kar sakta hai. He must feel proud of his soldier, his Navy man, his Air Force man. He must feel proud
Very
of it.
well.
So be
Absolutely
correct in
correct.
your research in every department. I agree with Sohaila and I agree with General Saab.
And I'll wind up by also addressing Sandeep Nath and saying that maybe the next song he writes a very emotional, touching, patriotic song. I'm sure he'll belt out a few more.
Oh, he's too good.
मेरा अगला गाना आएगा जल्दी, उसकी पंच लाइन ही है भारत माता की जय।
Okay.
क्या
Oh,
बात
तो मैं
है,
काम कर रहा हूँ, और एक
Wonderful.
चीज मैं और बताऊंगा कि जो
हाँ।
अभी फिल्म आ रही है विक्रम बत्रा जी के ऊपर, शेरशाह, उस पे मुझे पता चला कि 2 आर्मी मेजर्स ऑल द टाइम सेट पे रखे गए थे। तो उम्मीद करते हैं कि ये फिल्म जो करेक्टनेस होनी चाहिए, जो अभी जनरल साहब कह रहे थे, वो रहे उस पे, और हम लोग एक ऑथेंटिक फिल्म देख पाए, और यहाँ से एक नया ट्रेंड शुरू हो कि 100% करेक्ट तरीके से फिल्म हमारी, स्पेशली जो फौजियों के ऊपर है, देशभक्ति या किसी भी विषय पर, जैसे सोहेला जी ने भी कहा,
बिल्कुल।
वो हमें देखने को मिले। तो थैंक यू प्रीति जी, बहुत अच्छा डिस्कशन रहा।
Thank you so much, and thank you to all the panelists once again, and to you viewers, please don't forget liking, sharing, subscribing, and pressing the bell icon below, and do write and comment in the comment section about the views, if you agree with our panelists' views, or even if you do not agree, and or you want us to have some more discussions like this. We invite you to give us topics, and we'll surely bring them to you for future. Stay happy and stay safe. Thank you so much.
Jai Hind. Jai
Thank
Hind.
you, everyone.
जय हिंद।